Look over to the left, Daddy. You see some more of those pancake things.
As Vice President if elected.
Well, we haven't done that here quite, but we've come pretty close.
High clouds increasing tomorrow with showers above the western ranges. South Island west coast, showers turning to periods with a few light showers above the south coast. Those showers becoming more widespread tomorrow. And the channel. Alex News and Weather in
Nice place. There's a private house right down here.
Penguin crossing next 10 kilometers.
What did it say? What kind of crossing?
Penguin.
Oh.
I can get down to that house. Here, Mom, I'll let you.
If I'd just written a computer program that behaved as if it were a living thing, that would be cheating. But what I did was write a computer program that behaved like a lot of non-living things, like nerve cells and chemicals and chemistry. And it's maybe got another 15 million to run, and I'll be getting...
Okay, we're in Westport getting ready to get out for lunch.
You call them. My phone, is that a message?
Ska vi så här?
We are living in a time where people really do want to get it. The scene is changing in the last 10, 15 years when people are realising
That'll fall off for a little bit.
Nah, we're okay.
Put that truck way back there. It's like we'll be here for 10, 15 minutes. Hold on.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
There we go. That guy's good. So do we go the right way back there?
Yeah, I think
Those turns back quick. I guess he's got a lot more tires than we do. See it? Look how quickly.
turning there. Yeah.
Look at this. It looks like a snake how fast he goes.
He's done it a few times before. Or just put himself on the autopilot.
Be straight here for a little while.
See how the road has the curve to there's that tree.
There's irrigation over on the left.
Should be driving so you can be looking at I guess I could, you could put a two-layer, could insulate it, you think. That's what we were on. Back to the river. Not that in it. Left-hand driving along before this one. Oh, yeah. What's holding him up? Yeah, did he send them up, take them up, look out for us?
They're not parasailing. They're skydiving. This is a tandem skydive.
You wanna do it?
I can do that. Yeah, just
But they do it a lot more catchy, a lot more daredevil than that.
so we stay straight here.
I think we stay straight. Well, there's Nelson.
academically later on, I suppose.
Okay, just a minute. Doing a little filming here.
Yes.
This is Rodrigo. Typical little New
There's the
Zealand town.
information center. Want to go get a map or anything?
Nah, we're just going up to the beach.
Do we know where?
Is that some of the boat out there transferring passengers, Bill? Isn't that what we did right there?
I can't tell. Those folks were swimming. I went out to try to swim, but I couldn't do it. It's warm right here at the beach because I guess it's the incoming tide. The beach is, the sand is warming the water.
Uh-huh.
When I got where they are, I just couldn't, well, I didn't want to stay.
Okay, but they're out there, aren't they?
I chose not to stay. They're out there.
They're just like seals.
Puff top, son.
Okay. Okay, Able Tasman National Park. Hello. It's beautiful, isn't it?
You ready?
I really think this is an oyster catcher, maybe. See how he goes underwater to...
He's washing up. Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Trying to find the other ones here. Where are they? There's one. And there's a whole bunch of them. But see that long beak?
Uh-huh. Okay.
See that one going out to eat? Now watch him. Watch him. See him? We're just leaving Mariho, the Able Tasman National Park.
Good sized town here.
Yeah, this is
This looks
Motueka.
almost the same as the other town. Do they all look the same?
They all look pretty much like this, and they all look the way U.S. towns would look if it weren't for the interstate system
And Walmart's.
and Walmarts.
That's
I know, but we've already heard the piece. We've already heard all this. We can change it.
People are riding on the beach with stones here.
You know, for a million years.
Radio New Zealand News, I'm Bruce Whitman. Chairman of the Waikato Tainui Iwi says it's now facing a serious financial situation after a bank demanded it be repaid its entire loan of $14 million. Tribe today paid off its debt to the Bank of New Zealand of $4 million and is hoping to pay an instalment of $4 million to the Hong Kong Shanghai Bank. Up on the goal at least once over a 9-year period. The Riagobi of the Department of Labour and Labour Trade Industry and Social Policy based their findings on data government has been on the unemployment register.
Over the period 1988 to 1997, and now 1.2 million people had some experience of unemployment. So that's important. About a third of the working age population.
Labour says the 1.2 million who registered as unemployed students. The study says that 3.6 million people were of working age for at least half of the 9-year period. And that's the news.
It thinks I could be Nelson.
Hi,
coast of southwestern coast of the North Island, and I was going to get some beach there if I could. There we go. That's the way it looks. Where's that beach? Oh, there's the mountain. And the beach is right up there. Okay.
We landed in Hamilton, just left the airport, and we're headed to the Watoma Caves. Beautiful sunny day, and it was a nice flight down. We're in the North Island.
We're going to Waccamaw or something, huh?
Watoma. We ate lunch here at Robert Harris. And now we're headed to the Watoma Caves, and I got my mailing done to pick up get my sunglasses.
No, far right. Believe me, I remember the other side, not this way. No, stay right, stay right.
Well, it's this way, I think.
Okay.
What would be really nice now would be to find another way out. I don't really like squeezes.
The river is still some way below the cavers.
Did you get a picture of the hotel?
Uh-uh.
I think that one's more clear.
short-tailed bat. Giant gecko.
Okay, he's about that, he's about as high as, well, he's about a meter. No, more than that.
He's not as tall as an ostrich, though.
His head down, yeah.
He's not as tall as an ostrich.
Okay.
We're at the Watoma Caves. We went to the Museum of Caves. Right ahead of us.
But it's, I think it's in a volcano rim.
Yeah, it's a volcano rim.
See that engine braking restriction begins?
There's Taupo. It's a northern and a plate Taupo.
Which way?
Here we're at Lake Taupo. They're eating Thai food and I'm eating Chinese. We got a cycling deal going here. Dog driving.
Did she call you on that?
Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
That is one funny dog.
Would assume they are tonight with all these pigeons now.
All these kids. You like your dish okay? Great. I think there's some type of way to do time lapse with that.
Except I'm going to take it back and tell her it's too hot and too spicy. Throwing away the stuff on the table, they would have gotten me anyway. Did you get the water scare, Mom?
I will.
Wow.
Where are you guys? There you are.
I shot a picture out there, and I wonder what the water temperature is like. Is that water scare wearing a wetsuit, Mom?
I don't think so.
Can you digitally zoom it and find out? Have you tried a digital zoom yet, Russ?
It looks like he's
No,
driving
digital
a
zooms
truck.
never really work.
He's got on a lot of clothes, I think.
I'm done with mine unless you... Dad, you don't need to eat.
Huh?
I was going to say I'm done with mine unless you want some.
Okay, beautiful
Got some
sunset.
rice.
There you go, Brian.
Thanks for dinner. That's one of our most expensive meals. Okay, just keep it on.
Okay, you found your CD, eh, Daddy?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Okay,
Let it go.
here we go.
Okay. Can you see it? Can you see which way it's going?
Which way is that supposed to go?
Mom knows. Okay, it's going clockwise, isn't it?
The same way as it goes.
It's going clockwise?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes counterclockwise. And
Goes counterclockwise up north. Okay. Okay, the
And his
man
name
on the
is
left.
Rawudi Vakafi. It's on the
Rawudi
written on the card.
but I'm not sure I'll be able to say it properly. Katafi?
Vakafi.
Vakafi.
And
Vakafi. Okay.
Okay.
He did the Kiwi.
That's Lake Rotorua. Lake Rotorua.
That's it, lovely. Yeah. Still at the village here, and it's, you get that sound?
Yeah.
He's leaving, jack for you to put.
Steaming.
Says he may not need to see a lot more of this.
But the Barrett Village is different.
Yeah,
We can go there.
okay. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Look at the road. Oh shoot. What? They probably do. Let's see what they have stuff on.
This is what now?
Blue Lake Reserve. There's somebody water skiing over there. But he doesn't have a boat. I don't understand it. I think water skiing without a boat. Where? Right over there. See him? Maybe it's not water skiing. Maybe it's a boat with somebody sitting on the sitting in front. That's what it is.
Oh, this
Well,
isn't
this
showing
looks
it very
nice. I
good.
wonder what the water temperature is like. Like top 10 holiday park.
Pretty bumpy.
Either cold or warm and smelly.
That's beautiful. We didn't see this before. How did you know to come this way, Vicki?
Because it just says in the thing how good it is, how pretty it is. There's a blue and a green one.
On the far side of our main road there, straight across from our cafeteria. And he brought along with him this tere, or this bell, all the way from the United States of America, which is still rung today, or back in our local village of Te Whakarewa. Okay. This couple that you see in this last photo here, ladies and gentlemen, are the first Māori couple to be married under the Christianity ways in Te Mungu. To you too, sir. Welcome to you too.
Thank you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of my ancestors on my tupuna. This gentleman here goes by the name of Wee Kepa Tarangi Puawhe. We will talk a lot about him out in our villages. There's another shot of him out there. Otherwise, he was known to my people as a kupapa or a trader, because he encouraged my people in those early times to move on to the more European style of living and learning and develop their skills. But as I said before, my people were trying to hold on to their own traditions. They found it quite hard to move along into the European style of living. These two people, well, this gentleman here was another paramount chief at his time, Mr. Apolo Te Whare Kaniwha. And this is his older brother, Mr. Tuhoto Araki, a spiritual doctor. Now in the older days, these two did not get on. And the older brother was blamed for the death of Mr. Apo Te Whare Kaniwha. He laid a curse upon his younger brother, not long after his younger brother passed away. Now because of this gentleman's witch doctor deeds, or the way that he lived, my people did not like him. A lot of his bad predictions and things like that. And this is Mr. Apo's wife, Marita. We talk a lot about our spiritual doctor, and we also talk a lot about this ancestral meeting house to our English friends. This ancestral meeting house of Hinamihi has been taken over to England and stands over there still today. Okay. Now as visitors like yourselves were coming through this area in those times of the early mid-1800s, my people became quite wealthy and quite rich. But with all their glory, they also become quite greedy. And what they were doing is they were taking the paua shells, or the abalone shells, out of the eyes of these carved panels, and they were replacing them with the gold coins that they were receiving of visitors like yourselves. To our spiritual doctor and to my people, there was a no-no. They could do something so silly to a house that was so sacred to my people, something bad was going to reflect back onto my people, which this gentleman here predicted, the Tarawera eruption. Okay? You would have made, ladies and gentlemen, after leaving this area of Te Wairoa, you would have stopped in this area and you would have had some of the freshwater fruit, or you would have had lunch there. Some of the freshwater crayfish we call the cobra, freshwater whitebait we call the inanga, also some of the freshwater eels we call tuna, freshwater pipi, some of the birds and the rodents that also flourished in this area. Please take note of this shot, ladies and gentlemen, as around the corner we have an aftermath shot, very, very sad shot. Some of the hotels, well, the two hotels that used to stand in this area, but I will talk a little bit more about them out in our Berry Village. We'll take a step towards me, ladies and gentlemen. You will have actually started your journey in this area here of Ohinamutu on your journey to the pink and white terraces. This area of Ohinamutu, ladies and gentlemen, is back at Rotorua Central, at an area we now call the lakefront, where you can feed the ducks, go for plane rides, boat rides around the island, and it's pretty leisurable throughout that area. Otherwise, in pre-European times, this area used to be a main fortified village, or one of the main fighting grounds of the Te Arawa people. This hill at the background, ladies and gentlemen, is called Pukeroa Hill, where the main battle would have taken place. Where this house stands all alone, this is where our Rotorua Hospital stands today. Okay? It's the area of the lakefront, or Ohinamutu, ladies and gentlemen. You would have left this area, taking you about a day's journey to come here to Te Wairoa Village. Then from Te Wairoa Village, you would have carried on the next morning and stopped for lunch at Maura. After Maura, or after your lunch, you would have carried on your journey to this area here of Te Ariki. Now Te Ariki was only about a 5-minute, 2-minute road across the other side of the bay. About another hour's walk over these neighbouring hills into what used to be a very small river, now called Lake Otamahana, where the pink and the white terraces were situated. Now the main reason for people to come here to the pink and white terraces, ladies and gentlemen, was for the mineral waters. Over the thousands of years, these hot geysers have blown and the waters have trickled down these mountain sides to form these beautiful mineral pools. Now there's the mineral waters within these pools while people came here. To the ladies, if you like to get a bit of cream, like aloe vera cream, or we have some out at our souvenir shop there, and you rub it into your skin and your skin feels quite soft. Now that's how your skin feels days after you bathe in these waters. I still bathe in these waters today, ladies and gentlemen, with my mum, my grandparents, my daughter, our whole family. We all bathe together, family, friends. And we all bathe together naked, ladies and gentlemen. For the ladies in the tribe, what we do is we tie a towel around us backwards, or what they do is tie the towel around them backwards, step into the waters, and as they lower themselves into the waters, they will slowly pull the towel from the bottom upwards, and hopefully no private parts will be exposed. To us gentlemen of the tribe, what we do is simply use our right hand, put it over your private part, and rush into the pool as fast as you can. Welcome to you too. Now, Sophia was not just a famous guide in her time, she was actually responsible for seeing the 2 bad signs prior to the eruption, or a couple of bad signs. One of those bad signs, ladies and gentlemen, is as she made her way to the neighbouring lake, or what used to be a very small river, Rotomahana. When she arrived there this particular morning, the bed was dry, there was no water in the river. Now she stood there and wondered with her visitors what was happening. She heard a whistling sound and the water rushed back right before their eyes. The second bad sign she saw was this here, the phantom canoe. Now she was making her way across the neighbouring lake of Tarawera, which you would have journeyed over to the first stop where you would have had lunch. On her journey to that area, she sighted the canoe. Sorry, it was very small and only a couple of warriors on there. As the canoe approached her, the canoe grew in length, and so did the number of warriors on board, until it was a great war canoe. Now to my people, or to herself, the people who resided in this area were all family, so there was no need for a war canoe on the lake. Very suspicious she was. And as it passed by her, she called out to those warriors to ask what they were doing, where they were going. When they turned around to respond to her, they all had dog heads, as you can see depicted in this carving down the bottom here. Once again, she came back here to Mr. Tuotoariki, consulted him and asked him what had happened. Now, maybe if he only just realised that they had built their houses on the main fault line of the world, that he may not have been blamed for that Tarawera eruption, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that was meant to be a bit of a joke, but she's okay, ladies and gentlemen. But otherwise, that night of June the 10th, 1886, when the eruption did happen, the people who resided in this area of Te Wairoa, they found it to be quite spectacular. So what they done was they made their way around to the lookout about 300 metres up along our main road, and they watched that spectacular sight of Tarawera erupting. It wasn't until approximately 20 minutes to half an hour later, when the mud and the ash started falling down on top of the residents, that they knew they were in great danger, so they rushed back here to their more modern style houses for shelter. Now when they got back here, because of their more modern style roofing of their houses, the weight of the mud and ash actually fell down on top of a lot of the people. Fortunately though, in this area of Te Wairoa, only 17 people perished in that disaster. In the whole of the Rotorua district, Bay of Plenty area, approximately 150 to 160 people perished that night. Now we were quite fortunate though, because those 17 people that perished here, they were all found, they were all dug up, and they were taken back to the neighbouring area of Ohanabutu, or where you would have started your journey, where they were allowed to rest inside the ancestral meeting house of Tamate Kapua for approximately 3 days. Then their own loved ones came and gathered them up and took them to their own different burial grounds. So you're quite safe when you walk around here, ladies and gentlemen. There are no bones in the soil. The only things you have to look out for is myself. Otherwise, that night, many more people may have perished in that disaster if it wasn't for a gentleman by the name of Mr. Edwin Brainbridge, as he risked his own life, ladies and gentlemen, and took those people from their more modern style houses and sheltered them in Guide Sophia's house. Now, because of her older type whare or whare puni, it had a very apex shape, and what happened was when the mud and the ash fell, it just fell down to the sides of the houses. Now this is the whare tupuna of Hinamihi, ladies and gentlemen, where they put the gold coins inside the eyes of the carved panels. Now a house, or a meeting house, ladies and gentlemen, is not just a house to our people. We call it a whare tupuna. Whare, house, tupuna, ancestor, named after the ancestor. And we actually believe that it resembles the body of the ancestor themselves. At the very top of the house, ladies and gentlemen, we have the kōruru, or the head of the ancestor. Now the head to the Māori people, ladies and gentlemen, we believe it is the most sacred part of the body. Kia ora whai. Kia ora whai. No mahara mai. Otherwise we believe that the head is the most sacred part of the body because it holds all the knowledge. Coming off this kōruru, or this head of the ancestor, we have these barge boards. Now these barge boards we call maihi panels, and at the very tips are the rapa or the carved fingertips. Now these barge boards, we liken them to being the outstretched arms of welcome. Once you step inside the ancestral meeting house, ladies and gentlemen, and you look at the very top and centre of the house, from the back to the front, we call that board there the pautahuhu, or we liken that to being the backbone of the ancestor. Breaking off that backbone, we have other panels dropping down to the sides of the walls that we call heke, or we liken those to being the ribs of the ancestor. Now off those heke, or off those ribs, we have carved panels, similar to the one behind you there. Those carved panels are the actual genealogy of the ancestor, him or herself. Now the very most important part of the house, ladies and gentlemen, running from at the very centre of the house, going from the top to the bottom of the house, we call that the Pautoko Panawa, or and likening that to being the heart of the ancestor. And these two carved panels on the outside, ladies and gentlemen, are usually the offspring of the ancestral meeting house themselves. So when you are asked to remove your shoes when you step inside a meeting house, ladies and gentlemen, or a whare tupuna, you are not being belittled or anything. You are actually stepping inside the stomach of the ancestor. So that is the reason. Okay, or we call the puku. So that is just Hinamihi again. where she shadowed 50, 60 people. Straight out of that. The saint who are really able to sing the song as it talks about their ancestors, or our ancestors. Te raha te auahi ka pātua I tarawera kei raro I tiho ko ngāti taue he moera I te whenua haere ra e te iwi. I hope you
Very
got
good.
the feeling.
Thank you.
But it's actually quite a very, very sad song, and it will take me about... But it's not
That's the English sound.
Coming around here a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to our next subject here, or back to our pink and our white. Down the bottom, we have the very cold lake of Rukamahana. Now, during the eruption, what happened is the lake level rose, met with the hot water, opposites hit, and the reaction is she exploded. And all the mud and the ash was thrown out from the peak of the white terraces, not the Tarawera mountain itself. That is where they discovered that they had been totally destroyed. There still are terraces very similar to these ones in the world, though, ladies and gentlemen. There are some in the United States of America, and there are also some in the area of Turkey. This black rock over here, ladies and gentlemen, known to my people as the Tuhua, otherwise more commonly known as the obsidian rock. Now this rock is simply a piece of lava cooled down at a very fast rate, and it gives a very fine cutting edge. It is that cutting edge that the Māori people were looking for as they carved and made a lot of the tools themselves, and they also used that cutting edge to cut a lot of the meats that they ate, such as some of the rodents, some of the birds, and some of the humans that were lying around the area. No, that is not a joke. They didn't eat people, ladies and gentlemen. But not in that sense, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, when they ate people, they only ate the chiefs, or they ate, well, they also liked the children, they also liked the inner side of the leg, or also liked eating the buttocks, because that was the most sweetest part of the body. But when they ate people, ladies and gentlemen, after they ate the person's brain, it was because they believed that they were taking in a lot of their knowledge. If they ate the person's life, they believed that they were going to be just as brave as the person they just battled with. Or if they ate the person's eye, they also believed that the left eye becomes a shining star up in heaven. So those were some of the little reasons why they were actually into it. It wasn't just for cannibalism. Now this here, ladies and gentlemen, is our famous tree. Otherwise, our third story, the third final story goes, same gentleman who came to deliver it here, left it on the side of the road. Now the gentleman journeyed around from the neighbouring lake of Tarawera, picked the sewing machine up, and there we have the famous sewing machine tree. Put in the tree himself. Otherwise, the sewing machine tree, ladies and gentlemen, Koaua, ladies and gentlemen. Spelled K-O-A-U-A-U. Can you please give that name a bit of a try? Koaua.
Koaua.
Koaua. Koaua. Koaua. Koaua. Yes, flute, ladies and gentlemen. It is the only loved instrument of our Māori people. It was made famous by a couple of my ancestors, Hinamoa and Te Tanakai, if anybody has heard that story. Now, Hinamoa lived on the eastern shores of Rotorua. In this area here, we now call Hinamoa Point, or Ruawhata. Te Tanakai lived on the island of Makoia, on this side of the eastern side of the island. Now, because of tribal differences, they were not allowed to be together. What Hinamoa's father done, who was paramount chief at that time, he pulled all the waka far up on shore so she could not pull it. She was too weak to pull them down to the waters to row to her lover. But in the middle of the night, Te Tanakai used to make his way from his village, or from his parside, or where his house used to stand, around to this side of the island to a little spring pool or warm pool, and he used to sit in his pool in the middle of the night and play his koaua. Now what Hinamoa done was she invented the very first life jackets, ladies and gentlemen, and she tied calabashes around her waist and made a 3-kilometre swim across to her lover on Makoia Island. Well, I don't need to say any more because you then have me standing here before you, as I come approximately 19 generations of Hinamoa herself. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, this lake here is where you would have started your journey in those early mid-1800s. At this point here where our Rotorua Hospital stands today, or the area of Ohanamutu. Does anybody who started the tour with us remember the son of our captain? I'll give you a hint. Yes, that's right. Kahumata Momoi. It's our cousin over there. Now the full name of Lake Rotorua is Te Rotorua Nui a Kahumata Momoi. As I mentioned, he travelled the North Island and named a lot of the places. He named the lake himself. Okay. Well, you would have started your journey here with my great grand aunt, God Sophia. Up the street we now